This one features Trevor Lawrence. He's been sensational as he leads the league in touchdown passes. It's the Jags and the Chiefs.
Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The KC offense set to go, led as always by the gunslinger, a former MVP in this league. It's Patrick Mahomes.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Again, it's Pacheco. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You look at this Jaguar defense. They were excellent a week ago in that victory over the Colts.
Have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw. They ended up getting 4 sacks in the game, stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire time, made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield.
And that's what they told us this week, that pressure on the QB is key. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 18. 8 yards on the return following a punt of 41. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And he's been playing at an elite level here in this early half of the season. Tops in the league in touchdown passes at this point. This is definitely a wide-open offense, and we'll see if he can keep his string of good games going right here.
A short throw to Ingram. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Here's a give to Bigsby. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 39. From the gun, Bigsby. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Jaguars at 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
A short throw to Ingram. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Here's Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Against a team coming off a win, just as your team did the previous week, you talk about being physical all game long. Sometimes being physical is just being on the spot and helping force the incompletion.
Flush to his right. And that is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
11. Hey, kill.
Lawrence will throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Great vision there by Lawrence as he scrambles for a first down. He'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Kansas City taking the field for their second drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back.
Taking it right down Broadway. Through the middle of the field. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st-and-goal situation. Pacheco is into the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Well, they move the ball down the field through the air, Charles, and then finally they get the running game involved, and it works to perfection. Touchdown.
And, partner, I kept waiting for that running game to come into play and actually saved it until the very end. Touchdown goes on his stat sheet, but you and I both know, and he knows as well, his teammates airing it out made this a successful drive.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he returns this to the 22. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about it. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now from Jacksonville, and it's the Jags with the football. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Forced out to his left. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
This is caught, and he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Brian Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And got his man, complete. Down to the 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. A great effort there. 72 yards. And the Chiefs are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Extra point by Butker is on target, and we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Open man is Duvernay. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Hey, easy, route.
Bigsby will get it into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Now a crease here as he's past the 30. The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Toss right side to Pacheco. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Throw to St. Brown, complete on the left side. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. On is the punter, Brian Anger, to kick this one away. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So, to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Lawrence eluding the pressure right. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
Now a 2nd and 10.
11, add it.
Now Lawrence. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Now Lawrence to throw. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown, and he gets this inside the 35-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now Mahomes. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Green. His second catch. This one not quite as dynamic as his first. And it's 2nd down. Now here's Mahomes. He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And caught right side, Green. And the Chiefs are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Mahomes now to throw. This is caught. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And it'll be intercepted. Picked by Cameron Bynum. And the Jags are going to get the football back at their own 17.
Well, I would guess that combined, if you spoke to both defenses, neither side has a lot to celebrate today. They haven't had a lot of stops, but that one right there, that's a big one because they stole points away with that play. And just as importantly, picked up a key stop on an offense that's been really impressive here in the early going.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And that's caught inside the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the 2nd half. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The Jags offense and Brian Thomas getting set to take over once more. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the 2nd half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On 3rd down, here's Bigsby. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now Lawrence. They'll set up a screen for Bigsby. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 45-yard line. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And that is dropped. Oh, that could have been a near certain 6 points. He was all alone, but he could not look it in. My, oh, my.
Let's go. 13, Lou. Here we go.
From the gun on third down, Lawrence. Flushed out right. And he's got room. Now he's loose again. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Trevor Lawrence, his third touchdown of the game, number 19 on the year. And the Jags add 6 to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. They'll start the drive here with Pacheco. And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down. Throwing now is Mahomes. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards. Mahomes going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. To throw, it's Mahomes. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And again, it's Mahomes. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 34-yard line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. That's complete. It's Travis Kelce. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 15-yard line. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch in. Back now in Jacksonville. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard, they trail as we start quarter number 4. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
They run it with Pacheco from the gun. He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it. They are certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
Oh, wide open, complete. And he'll be forced out of bounds on the other side of the field. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Here's Lawrence. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down.
Let's go.
Lawrence going to throw again. Flush to his right. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Well, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
They're going on 4th down. Lawrence. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. So a big play there on 4th, and now 1st and 10 at the 30. He'll get it inside the 20. And finally down at the 9-yard line. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right? In this stage of the game, you would think you would switch to a running attack, but you're exactly right. They've thrown it so well throughout the game, and trusting this quarterback, I think you continue to do so.
Here's Lawrence to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, that's a good piece of quarterbacking right there because he certainly felt the pressure coming. The alternative, getting sacked for the first time. He didn't like that option at all. Did a nice job saving yardage by throwing that one away.
Now a handoff to Bigsby. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Tank Bigsby. His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one. The Chiefs offense set to go. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. 2 yards on the pickup there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. The Chiefs on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
Yellow.
Mahomes to throw once more. That's to the sideline and incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jags are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And it would seem as if their 3-game winning streak is about to go to 4, but still a little work to do as they start 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Finding space at the 40, and all the way up to the 46. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars.
Hey, kill!
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on you heave one deep when you catch them close to the spot.
And now another one thrown incomplete.
Well, 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
But with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Looking to throw is Mahomes.
With no hesitations, they go right back to Kelsey.
And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Mahomes now to throw.
He'll drop this off to Pacheco.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time